So that was from last class actually. Okay. So as I said earlier, so today I'll actually continue same class side by side that Joel by also doing. He will be doing, maybe he will be moving to little advanced, and I'll be going little slowly, very step by step from the scratch, building a Selenium project using Maven. You can do with Maven or you can do without Maven. Both will be fine. But since like in the market, everybody use Maven now. Nobody does actually from scratch without Maven and transfer all of these libraries to the project. So Maven will be based on dependency, right? You'll just copy and paste the dependencies. That means dependency is kind of library you are copying. So I'll be creating a new project and goes step by step, basically. So file, everybody can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll be creating a new Selenium project, basically. So this is IntelliJ, I just opened, right? So
Do
this
you
is
mind if I can ask one question?
yes.
I was in the class last Saturday, but not Sunday. So did you done something on Sunday as well?
Saturday, actually, I did API testing.
Yeah, I
Nothing
know.
related to Selenium.
Yeah, yeah. You just you didn't start. You just give us a little intro, or
Yes,
maybe
yes.
you
The
give us
automation part.
yeah.
Now, automation part I did not do yet. I thought I will be doing this week, but a lot of students has difficulty following Selenium Webdriver right now. So I will do this API part, the REST assured part next week actually. So
Oh,
I
okay.
want to review a little bit the WebDriver also, because many of the students actually cannot do the homework because they have like some basic related issue, like how automation framework actually works, or basically step by step line what they will be writing to test something.
Basically, you're repeating something.
So I am
Right?
basically repeating kind of Jewel-wise class.
Oh, okay, okay.
So Jewel-wise is doing with insurance domain, and I'll be following that Rahul Shetty's course, that's
Yes,
Salesforce something.
yes.
So I'll be using Salesforce basically, and
Okay.
I'll go a little slowly because many of you need maybe some more.
You're
What is that?
right. I got your
Information
point.
that maybe you couldn't get, like if I go fast actually.
Is that the same one that he gave the homework? I'm just asking.
No. Homework is different. Homework actually Jewelva is doing. If I go to, for example, where is that? So if I go, okay, so insurance demo, I think Jewelva is
Yes,
doing insurance
yes,
demo.
yes.
So insurance, what is that? Insurance demo.
Website.
This one is something insurance demo something, right?
Yeah, website.
I'll be doing this Salesforce. That is Rahul
Oh,
Shetty is doing.
okay, okay.
Insurance demo.
Juelbai gave us the homework for expat, flexible, and the
Yes, yes.
expat, how you can use those expat, flexible, and
So he I think he gave the homework on finding experts using some kind of insurance demo. Has a lot of things, like if you see the drop down, there is more than 30 plus tab you can choose for practice. Insurance
Okay.
demo, maybe practice, right? What was that, the website?
Insurance demo website.
Insurance demo website.
Oh, insurance demo. That is like this. Insurance demo. Yeah, this one, right? Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
He's actually following this website, right?
Yeah.
So he basically asking go to some auto insurance or car insurance or condo insurance somewhere,
Yeah.
then just do some practice, finding
Right.
experts and finding CSS selector, something like that, right? Yeah, this is homework, but I'm just doing practice to kind of doing same thing he did, maybe a little bit more slowly.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so so I will start from my IntelliJ actually. So, so this one. So I just go into IntelliJ. Okay. So when you open IntelliJ, basically this is the same rules, right? For any kind of project, you can go from front screen when you open, or anytime you can go to file, right? File, then new, then project. Those are like basic for either any kind of Selenium framework or Selenium project or even Java project, same thing. So if I click project, right? So now there are several options. So for Selenium WebDriver practice, we are using this Maven option, right? Because we don't want to, as I said, like if you don't select Maven for every single dependency related libraries, you have to just transfer manually. But if you have Maven, you just copy and paste the repository, it will be done automatically. So you have to, one thing, you have to make sure that this is at least 8 and higher, your JDK version, right? Java version. Anything less than 8 is outdated, is not working in the market right now. So I have in this laptop couple of version, but 11 is good. Okay. I have maybe 15, 16 also, 12 also. So 11 is okay. So now next, basically Maven next. So you can give any name, right? Any project. So I can give name summer 2021 QMH maybe, right? So summer 2021 QMH, this is my project name, for example. So now I can just type finish. You can check the location if you have like any different location. This is like default. I'm just keeping the default one. So finished, right? I don't want to use this same page, new window. So this is just a template, right? For Maven repository stuff that I have to copy and paste here. So right now this is just blank, right? So I already have copied all of these dependencies. So now any of you need help that how you can find those dependencies. So do you know where are those dependencies are? All of you?
Marvin repository.
Oh,
So basically you have to go to Maven repository. So Maven repository. So if you type Maven repository, right, you see that this is the website or page where you will go. You see that all of these are different type of repository, right? For example, if you need repository for Java, you will just type Java and search. So you see that Selenium Java, for example. you will be selecting this. I think Joel already showed, but I'm just reviewing this. So you can also watch his old video like 2 weeks ago. So if you click this, you have to think different. You have to just choose whatever is stable. Don't choose alpha or beta version. Choose something is that more stable. Like for example, 3.141, right? This is more stable and this is users, a lot of users right now. So just click this and all you have to do, you have to copy this part. You see that highlighted portion from here to here. This is the part you have to copy and paste it here. And to save time, I already I'll explain, but I already just copied from my previous project. Those are same dependencies that you will be using also. You can use latest version or a little bit old version, doesn't matter, as long as they are not outdated. So I'm just copying this and just will be pasting here. That's it. So all of them dependency, like 5, 6 total dependencies, I copied, right? And then you can import those changes, and I'm just clicking auto import. So auto import means just it will be automatically synced. You see that here it is syncing, it is checked. So import is done. So import means basically it will be synced with all the dependencies. The library will be basically added. So sync means all the library, all the dependency library here. Those are just added to your project library. Means now you can use those, all of those dependency for your project. Anything you write, those dependencies are available for you. So for me, summer 2021 batch project has all the dependencies I need, right? You may need more dependencies in the future. For example, if you want to create reports, right? Customize reports for that you want to distribute to the team. There is another dependency. Maybe you have to copy for the creating the report, building the report. Or maybe you want to just create the graph or customize something. Every single task has a dependency. And what you have to do, you have to just copy and paste and add in the middle or somewhere or at the end. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be in order. Any dependency you need, just add here. That's it. But there is a like capsule like shape, right? So anytime you start something here, it has to have something end also, right? So open and close. Basically, the dependencies will be going inside the open and close format. Otherwise, it will not work. So for example, this one, right? Cucumber dependency, this one. Maybe this one, for example, JUnit dependency, right? You can write it down so that maybe another person, whoever using this framework, they can see and check, okay, JUnit is here, so I don't have to do this again. This is Selenium Webdriver dependency, right? All of them, for example, you see that if I just search Selenium Webdriver, so copy, for example, same thing. This is the search option. So if I just pasted it here and search. So anything related to Selenium Webdriver will be here. You see that? Webdriver, Selenium, Java, Selenium. So basically you just did Java, now you have to do Selenium, right? If you need Selenium API, you have to do this, right? If you go to WebDriver, Selenium, you see that those are the dependencies, basically. So the main thing is Maven repository. See that? mavenrepository.com, and check any dependency you need. search here, it will be available, and check if this is stable or not. Don't pick anything alpha or beta version. They are not stable. They are maybe still market. They're checking something. Maybe they will not, maybe they will work or may not work. You cannot guarantee actually. So dependency part. Anybody has any question about dependency part, that where you just copying and paste, do copy and paste the dependency in your pom.xml. So anytime you see pom.xml, this is a Maven project. You can directly say it is a Maven project because this project has pom.xml. You see that? This can be an interview question. If you see this project, how will you know that this is a Maven project? So anytime you see a pom.xml part, that means this is definitely a Maven project. If you don't select Maven option, you will not see pom.xml. Next part will be anything you will be writing under source, src, and you don't have to worry about main. It doesn't matter what is inside the main. You have to think about test and anything you will write inside the Java. So inside the Java, you can now create multiple packages also, right? You can create multiple package, or you can create directly just classes. This is same thing like Java format, right? Like we did Java, create project, then package. Under the package, you can write classes. So any test case you will be writing will be a class, right? Your test case, test scenario, you will be writing as a class. So now, since I'm following Rahul Shetty's coursework right now, so what he did, he went to what is that? SalesforceLogin screen, right? So SalesforceLogin. This is the screen he is working on. He's checking this screen. So what was his scenario actually? His scenario was he came to Salesforce page. For example, this is your testing page. So he's checking username field is working correctly or not. Basically, he can type or not. Now, password, same thing, then click login, right? So what he did, he's checking one of the option, that forget password option. So he's saying that, okay, he forget the password. Now he click forget password option. And then he's checking, he's moving to forget password page correctly or not. And then he's checking this link, need help login. So now when he go to need help, he's supposed to see this video. So this is one of the like test case or test scenario he's just checking. So I'll be doing exactly same thing. As I said last week, you can start watching Udemy courses. Udemy courses are very actually good because the instructors actually gave so much details and went very slowly. So you can understand actually if you don't understand the class also. Plus practice both sides, like whatever Joel is doing, practice his website, and whatever Udemy course instructor doing, practice his website also. So you will understand actually much more and faster. So this is my scenario actually. This is my scenario. So same thing I'll be doing now. So I want to write this, what I'm doing first actually, right? The steps. You can write some steps in some Excel sheet as manual test cases or manual test steps. So if I just, I don't want to use same repository. So I can open another notepad, for example. So I can open a notepad and I can just type the scenario that I'm doing, right? So verify basically Salesforce. So Salesforce login, then forget user ID or password page, right? Forget it, for example. So that will be your test case. So now, what will be your first step? Can somebody tell what will be your first step to check Salesforce login option or forget option?
First, we go to the URL of salesforce.com.
Yes, definitely you have to add URL, but before going to URL, you have to select which browser you are using, right? Like Chrome or Firefox or Safari, right? So for example, I decided to go to Chrome. So if I decide to go to Chrome, so you have to open Chrome browser, right? So open a browser, right? So open a browser, for example, we'll be using Chrome. Chrome is most popular everywhere. So after Chrome browser, right? Now you have to give URL. So whatever I'm writing now, those are manual test steps, right?
Yeah, right.
If your company don't use automation, you have to just type manual test steps and test those manual test steps manually without automation tools. Now, for automation, whatever I'm typing now, manual test steps, I'll be converting those as automation script like Java or Selenium, right? So first step is always manual. Anywhere you work in the future, manual process will come first, and 70% time you'll be following manual. It doesn't matter you are an automation tester or not. So now next step will be navigate to URL, right? So navigate to test URL. So
Shantavai,
test, yes.
I just skipped that part. What should we, I mean, what happened if we have something automation? So what is the vocabulary for automation since it is manual testing steps?
Oh, so when you write some test cases, right? Your steps.
Yes.
So those are manual test cases.
Yeah.
Manual test case will be just plain English, right? You will research your requirement, right?
Okay.
Or you do requirement analysis. So if you have all the important information you need to write test cases, if you don't have, then you'll ask to necessary people or the people who supposed to give you answer. So once you have all the information, then you will start writing like scenarios or test cases. So scenarios means, remember we discussed negative scenario and positive scenario. Like if password is invalid, that will be negative scenario. If password is valid, that will be positive scenario. Okay. And again, inside the positive, there are more scenario, like for example, boundary value analysis, right? If you have alphanumeric, if you have special character in the password or user ID, and if you have limit, like what is the maximum limit of user ID or password, this type of validation also there, right? So you will figure out that what type of scenarios you are writing. Those are actually in plain English. Those are not in automation. Then you will be writing test cases. Test cases step-by-step user action, right? That, okay, when you test some scenario, some functionality, you will be doing some steps, right? That steps means first you will open a browser, then you will type your URL,
no,
right?
I got you.
URL. So this stuff, everything is manual process.
Okay.
And those are just the plain English. Now, when automation comes, requirement analysis is same. Asking question is same. Everything is same. Now, the difference is you will have this manual steps and now you are just converting those manual steps to some programming language. So this is plain English. Now you will be converting this to, for example, Java or Selenium library, right? So that will be your steps. And to do
Right.
that, you are using IntelliJ. Some company will be using Eclipse, different tool, right? That's the process exactly. So exactly you are doing this, and now where is it? Where is my okay? Oh. And now you are just creating a test class and writing all the manual steps under a class here to test that.
Okay.
So this is automation part,
Mm-hmm.
and this one is manual steps.
Mm.
But thinking process is always same actually. Preparation is always same.
Okay. Because Jewel Bhai, when he done the test for
Yes.
the insurance website,
Yes.
I'm just asking, I'm just clearing something. So he write these steps as a comment.
Okay. Yeah. No. Same thing, right? For example, you are writing this line in a comment
Mhm.
to understand. Now, in programming language, you're just converting same comment to programming language
Oh.
because your JDK will not understand plain English, right? They will
Hmm.
understand Java.
Okay. I got your point.
Okay. Any other question from anybody else? Okay. So now this is your second step, right? Going to Chrome browser. Now going to URL, right? Now you write your URL. And what is the next step? If you go to
Click on the URL.
okay, so on URL, for example, if it is a home screen, maybe go to login screen, right? So for example, go to login screen. So maybe login screen, right? And then in login screen, there will be several fields, right? You will have user ID, you will have password, you will have click button login, right? Something like that. So now you have number 4, enter user ID, right? So before actually going to login screen, there is another validation you're supposed to do actually. If you are on right page or not. So you will always make sure that you are on the right page or not. So now you will be make sure login screen, right? So this is one validation you have to do. So if there is a bug or something, right? Maybe there is a virus. So instead of login screen, it went to some virus login screen. So you have to make sure that your login screen is correct or not. This is one of the validation you have to do. And here you have to do actual versus expected. Basically comparing some name, title, or something, right? So this is one of these things. I'm sure Joel also showed this. So next step will be once you know that, okay, you are on the right page. Okay, so now you'll be enter username, right? That will be the simple process. Username or ID, whatever is written. So for example, here it says username, it says password, then login. Some company will be saying sign in, some company will be saying just click, but it doesn't matter actually, as long as you understand. Now, step 6, right? Enter password. So enter password. Then step 7, click on, where are you gonna click? Can somebody tell where you?
Login button.
Login button.
Okay, this is a button, right? So click on login button. So those are just simple manual steps you are just doing to test this functionality. So basically you are checking some functionality by doing this. We'll go more as we write the automation script. So when you say this is manual test cases, when it is plain English and is a manual process, you will say manual test cases or manual steps. But when it is an automation, instead of test case, the name will be changed to script, case to script. Manual, instead of manual test case, it will be automation script. Just the name change. So now if I start doing this, what I have to do here in IntelliJ, just closing this, okay. So I have to go to Java, right? Now I can create a package, or I can just write a new test case like Java class. So I can just type Salesforce. Login, for example. So this can be my class, for example. So there is nothing is there right now, right? So this is a simple Java class. So now you have all the external library you need to automate these functionalities in Salesforce. So what do you have to do now? To write something, to check something, to test something in Java, what is the starting point actually?
Main method.
Main method.
Yes, so now I will maybe start writing Java main method, right? So in the future, in when is little, you see little advanced Maven framework, main method, there is another way to skip main method also, but there is another page you have to add. For example, in Cucumber, you will see there is no main method, but there is another page where you can start all the test cases. There's a alternative of main method. But for now, GLY did not go to Cucumber, right?
Right.
Okay. So I'm not going to Cucumber now. So I'm just using the simple main method stuff. Okay, so main method will be starting with, you can memorize this also, right? But public, right?
Static void main.
Public, static. But Java is very, very case sensitive, right? It has to be lowercase, right? Public static void, and then main. And after main, you have a parenthesis. Then inside the parenthesis will be string, and string S is uppercase, right? Always. String will be always uppercase S. And then square bracket. And after the square bracket, arguments, args. So this is your statement. And now there is another curly bracket. And everything you will be writing inside this, right? So you always have to check if you have opening and closing, right? You see that right now there are total of 4 curly bracket, and 2 of them is opening, 2 of them are closing. So my steps will be inside this main method now. So first step, right? You have to just go to or access your browser. So for browser in Java, actually, there is a class. Actually, there is you have in the JDK library, you have an option that WebDriver Manager in WebDriver library, where you can directly set up the Chrome driver in one statement. There is one option that Joel showed, right? So you can go to system.setProperty. So there is another alternative is you will directly go to WebDriver. So you see that WebDriver. So this is WebDriver. Then Manager. So WebDriver Manager dot then Chrome driver. So you have all the options, Chrome driver, or if you want to go to another Firefox thing, but I am using Chrome driver, right? So I want to connect with Chrome driver. So I have to use maybe this one, WebDriver Manager Chrome driver, right? This option I have to choose. And then you have to click a dot and then set up. See that setup? This one. So this line will automatically connect, make a connection with Chrome driver. Means you will open the Chrome driver. And another option that Joel showed, or you can practice with Udemy, with what is that, Rahul Shetty, that he will say system.setProperty. So another line. There's a different line also. So now for this, I basically imported this one from the library, from here, right? You have the library, you will just import this because you want to use this now. So this is my Chrome driver. So what is the next step? So now next step is you have to declare this Chrome driver with some variable, right? Like WebDriver, where the driver you'll be using all the time, something, right? So this driver need to be now declared as a variable, and that variable will be used, right, for all the lines. So now WebDriver. So basically, this is the WebDriver, and you are creating an object for this WebDriver. And when you create the object, you can give any name. You can give any name, right? So basically, WebDriver is a, for example, class inside this library. And now you are creating an object from this WebDriver. So if I write, since we are following the standard, so you can say driver. So driver is a variable name here, or is a name of this object, for example, is a name actually, basically. So what I have to give here at the end, why this is red? You need a semicolon, right? Anytime for Java. So now you are creating the object. So how you create an object?
Amazon not eBay থেকে আসছে।
ওটা eBay থেকে আসে না।
Excuse me.
Amazon
So
থেকে
can
order করছি।
somebody?
Okay, Amazon return policy দেখতে হবে।
Mute all. Okay. Okay. I think somebody was talking. I just muted. Okay. So can somebody tell how I can create a new object in Java? This can be an interview question, how you can create a new object in Java.
Web element?
Yes, so this is a Java class, for example, WebDriver. So now I will be using this class and I'll be creating a new class. and the new class name will be driver.
So then we could write driver dot.
So in Java, whenever you want to create a new object, basically you are creating a new object, you have to use the word new. The word new, always you have to use new to create an object. So basically I am creating an object driver using this. So new Chrome driver. See that Chrome driver? So this part, I think Joel also followed exactly same steps, right? I'm not sure if he followed different steps.
No, same step.
Same step. So basically, yeah, you are declaring an object, you are creating a new object. So now anything you write, you will be using this driver, the word driver. This is the word you have to write. Instead of driver, I can give this is my name also. It doesn't matter, right? So this is just naming. This will be basically driver is representing your Chrome driver. It's a for communication, right? So driver. So next time, everything we do, we will be just writing driver to make the communication. So now we will start to write our test steps, right? To converting. So far what we did, we did this part. Open a browser. So this part we did. So using this manager, right? We just connected to Chrome driver. So now we want to work in Chrome driver so that we created a new object so that we always have to write this driver to just write anything on this Chrome driver. So next step is navigate to URL. This is the Salesforce, right? URL we are trying to navigate. So I'm just copying this URL. So after copy, what is the steps actually? So now you want to go to this URL. So what you have to write? Can somebody tell me what you have
Driver base URL equals to the URL address.
Okay. So driver dot, right? Driver dot get. Basically driver dot get. So you want to go to some URL. So this is the command to go to any URL. Anytime you go to any URL, it's not Salesforce. If it is Facebook, if it is Chase Bank, if it is TD Bank, or Disney.com or Amazon.com, it will be always driver dot get. So driver means this is the driver, right? If I write something here, some other name, that will be instead of driver, right? So it doesn't matter, this is driver. So if I write something else, any name, it will be same thing. So now I'm writing driver dot. So you see that those are coming because you have all the libraries here. If you didn't have those libraries, these options will not be here. So driver dot get. This is the command. Driver dot get. You see that URL, the first option. So now all you have to do, you have to give this URL inside a double quotation, right? Because a string always go inside double quotation. So if I now go just this one. So this is the URL, right? Now, what does that mean? That means this should be my step number 2. Navigate to URL. You see that? So this is just plain English, but I'm writing exactly same thing using some Java and Selenium. Now you can just give comment, and for other tester, right? If somebody want to understand what you are doing, just you can give copy and paste. Okay, so that means open a browser, right? Chrome browser. So now here you can give same thing. You can just, for another person other than you. So many times this happens. One person will be just writing the test cases or test script, and another person will be maybe testing. So you see that inside the comment, you are giving your manual test steps. And this one is your automation test steps, right? Means just exactly conversion of plain English to Java or Selenium. Same thing. That means you are going to a URL, or you are just typing URL. So now, if I run this, what should happen? If I run this, I should actually check if I'm just going to write URL or not. Maybe I have to change something, right? So now, if you right click here, you see that because of main method, right? This option is here. If you just comment this main method, you will not see these 3 options. So if I run this, my expectation is I am going to salesforce.com login page. This is my expectation. Let's see. Okay, so you see that this is automated, right? I am on the right page, but I'm thinking I am on the right page. But when you run the script, you don't know you are on the right page, right? Because they move so fast. So now what I have to do, at this point, I have to make sure that I am actually on the right page, right? Remember I said here, go to login screen and make sure you are on the right page, right? So you have to now make sure. So there are some other command also you can do, right? So basically you are now checking if you can just go to there. So to close this screen, that go to login screen and then close this. What command is that? Can somebody tell what command is that?
Driver.quit.
Yeah, there can be 2, right? Driver.quit or driver.close. Driver.close or driver.quit. So if you have multiple page open, quit will close all of the multiple pages. If you just want to close one single page that you are working on, that close will be for only one single page, but quit will be entire browser. So this can be interview question also. What is the difference between close and quit, right? Quit will be closing all the page open by your browser, and close will be the page you just did for this page. So you can select it or you can write it. So now if you just run it, it will be just closed. So once you are here successfully, that means you are good to go with practice any of this code in this screen, right? User ID, password, it doesn't matter. Now, so my expectation is okay. So exit code 0, right? Means it is successfully done. And the page was closed because you already asked, or you already gave the command that, okay, open it and close it immediately. So now my next step, right? I said, I want to make sure that I am on right page or not, right? So what is that option? Okay, so you want to see, you want to write something on your report. You want to write that, okay, I want to see the direct page. And how you can write this? You can write, okay. First, you want to see that. To see something, what is the command in Java? Actually, can somebody tell? To see something on the screen. System dot, right? System dot out println. This is the command to see something. So system. So if I say system
System.out.println
dot out dot print, right? ln, right? So you can just select here also. So this one is the command, right? So now inside this, what you want to see. So now you can say, okay, I want to check. I am on login screen. So this is your, for example, command. Plus now you do Java concatenation, right? Remember concatenation to line will be adding together with using plus sign. Plus. So now you want to see the page title, right? So to see the page title, what you need? Same thing, right? Driver. Always start with driver because driver is the communication point with the Chrome driver, right? Anything you are checking on the screen, this is the first communication point. So anytime you say driver dot, all the options will be available. If there is 100 option, 100 option will be available. So now you are checking get title actually. You want to see this, right? What is the title of the screen? Driver dot get title. So now if I run this, I will see here what it says, right? So if I now run, so it is done, right? So driver, it opened and it is saying now I am on login screen. So okay, login / Salesforce. You see that? You can just double check it, right? So you are actually on right page. We'll actually check more later also that, okay, how you actually do the assertion part. So assertion will be very, very important. That means you have to create a variable for actual and you have to create a variable for expected. And then you have to compare both, right?
Shantabhai, could you please show that assertion part as well?
Yes, yes. Okay. So here, if you want to do the assertion, right? First, you have to create a variable, right? So variable will be two variables. One is actual and another will be expected. So those will be string, for example. So actually, I'm just doing this here in the middle. Okay. So first one is string actual, right? So actual will be actually this one, right? So if I say string actual and then equal to so now you can just copy this one actual. Actually, this one will be not actual. This will be expected. Just okay. And expected will be string expected for example. And here actual is actual page, right? Driver dot get. So now why this is red? Okay.
I think there is no higher is expected variable, so you put the create the
Yeah.
variable in
First
here.
put the actual, then
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm just okay. First is actual. Actual will be okay. Driver. So I'm just copying this one. So this one is actual, right? Now, actual means when you run the test. And then this one will be expected, means you already know what is that. So now if it does not work, then I have another option. Then I can go to inspect element. Sometimes this one will be coming from your requirement design, right? From requirement design, you can get this also. But sometimes requirement design is not exactly matching with the coding design. So you have to go to inspect element. So I'm just checking this one for now. If it doesn't work, I'll go to inspect element. So far these two parts, you guys understood these two parts, that the variable part? Anybody has any confusion about these two lines that I said? One variable for actual, another variable for expected. Anybody has question on this? So now the previous line, what can I write instead of all of these? I can just write actual, right?
So I'm just asking in general. So
Yes.
did you write actual and expected for just to understand ourselves, or it has some
No,
purpose?
this is not understand actually. This is actually your test case. You have to make sure that you are on right page or not.
Oh,
You have to make sure, right? This is a validation part. This is assertion. So now if you say if your credit score is 750, then you should get 1.75 interest rate. So this is your expectation, right? And when you test some application, you have to check exactly same thing, that
okay.
you are actually getting the same stuff or not. Or if you say if you are clicked there, you're supposed to move to login screen. You're supposed to move to create account screen. So those things is actually you have to validate. Okay, you are on right page or not. Or you are seeing right stuff or not. So this is actual. This is expected. So you will be comparing these two now. If this two is equal, your test case passed. If this two is not equal, your test case failed, or you have to create a defect. You understood? When actual not equal to expected, it's probably a defect.
All right, Joel bhai, sorry, Shanta bhai, to put this assertion, we have to have the JUnit available or no? Not really.
Yes. So I already if you see the pom.xml, right?
Yeah.
You see that JUnit is here. JUnit is here also. Cucumber. Okay, assert J. You see that? Assert JUnit, assert J. So I can do assertion using this. So basically those are dependencies I already have. I can just use this. So now what I have to do? Now you have to write another line just to do this part. To do this, which part? To do step number 4, right? Make sure you are on the right login screen. The starting with, right?
Assert.
Assert dot, then again assert true.
Assert
There is a lot of
equals.
option, right? So now you are basically comparing two, right? Two variable. So when you're comparing two variable, you will be selecting assert true. You see that? This one, right? So I can select this one also, it doesn't matter. I can change inside. So what I want to do. So two things I can do. Okay, so I'm actually, okay. I am giving one more statement inside. Is that actual, right? I'm first giving actual, then dot, right? Contains, right? You see that? So actual, then dot contains this. You have actual that is coming when you are running the test case. But actual is you already gave, okay, this should be this. So anytime you give dot, it will be contains, right? So this part you understood?
Yeah,
And
but
inside,
Shantavai, can you write assert dot assert equals actual comma expected?
no, that's the different Boolean actually. For
Okay.
this type of validation, you have to use just assert. Basically, so you are doing same thing here. You can also write Java command. Like for example, you want to write Java command, right? If else, right? If else condition here. You can write if else condition. The condition you are talking, this is a if else condition, right? If this equal to this, then say past. Something like that, right?
Jewelry did this. The assert dot assert equals actual and expected.
Yeah,
He
so
used
now
assert
you are
equals.
doing expected. So this one, if I run this, if this is true, means these two matches, the test case is supposed to pass. So basically, this is a complete test case statement. Means you are validating these two, if they are true or not, they're equal or not.
So is there any way, other way that we can put that statement?
Other way also you can put maybe the if else statement you can do.
That thing is, that the other guy has been talking about the assert dot assert equal actual
Let me check 1 second.
semicolon or clone.
Oh, you're saying, okay. Assert, right? Dot assert equal, right?
Right. Assert equals.
This one?
No, string message.
This
Down,
one, yeah.
down. Yeah. String message, long expected, long actual.
Oh, string message. Okay.
Yeah, string message. Object expected, object actual. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, so this one is, what is the option?
Actual comma
String
expected.
expected,
Yeah.
right?
Expected.
So expected means message, right? Message, what is the message? Is this one, right?
This one.
We already declared the variable for that.
Yeah, we
The
can-
expected, yeah.
You can write expected.
Okay, so expected, right? The wrong spelling. So this is expected
Yeah, comma actual.
and actual, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. So if I run this, let me check if it passed or not. So it actually passed, right? So this works also. This is an alternative way, right? And this is
Yeah.
another way. So you can actually use both of them.
Okay. And I tried this way last 15 hours.
Which one?
So the,
And it get failed.
equals.
Oh, it failed?
No,
Yeah.
it's fast.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Now, for my purpose, it get failed a couple of times. Then I use the different statement for that.
No, yeah, no, this sometimes this is true. Sometimes you have to just work with different statements sometimes. Yeah, sometimes maybe this one will be giving you trouble. Then you will change this and you will see this one has no trouble and it just passed instantly. So yeah,
That
like
means
sometimes you have to just
every
do
way
this.
works in Java, right?
So this is actually is not a 100% Java. The declaring this is
Yeah,
Java, right?
Mhm.
And this is coming from assertion option. But if you think about Java, Java has also other way also. Like for example, remember if else, else. This one is directly from Java. You can do exactly same thing using Java also. Like plain Java, remember if this equal to this, then
If
pass.
else, yeah.
So there are so many ways actually. But if you, the main part is you are understanding or not. Actually, this is the main part. Whichever makes you sense. Sometimes Java will be actually taking extra time. If you use if else statement here, right? Instead of one line, you have to write maybe 4 lines. Okay, so anyway, so this is step so far everybody understood that what I just did. Like I'm just checking the title of the page.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Okay, so what is the next step actually? The next step from my test case, for example, if you go, now I have to enter my username or user ID, right? And we're just closing this. For example, I'm just closing those. Oh, there is another one. Okay. So if you want to now enter username and user ID, you see that? You have to probably check inspect element, right? Or XPath or CSS selector ID. So those stuff you have to actually know how to do this. So now my next step, I'm first writing the manual step so that you will understand.
Oh, yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
in one project, can I use ID or expert or CS selector?
You can use anything, but you have to check your company standard. For example,
Okay.
maybe your company like experts, all of the existing developers or tester, they're using experts, right? So you'll be using experts. Some company like CSS selector, they will be using CSS selector, but you have to just double check with the existing framework, what they use like most. Like you will always have access to check like previous project, right? If you have previous project access, just go and see that what type of locators they use. Are they using expert or they're using CSS selector? Sometimes they use both. Sometimes one of the object you are finding with CSS selector without an issue, and it is giving you hard time with expert. So whatever is working perfectly for you, you can use. There is no specific restriction that you cannot use this, you cannot use like this.
Okay.
But the important thing is it has to be unique. Remember, unique. Some locators can be 3-4 places on the screen. Then you need probably customized expert.
How can I know how can I know this is the unique?
Yeah, so that I'll show you actually.
Okay, yeah.
That I'll show you. Okay, so this is my next step, right? Enter username or ID. Now, same thing, right? Always start with driver, right? Driver dot any statement you write on the screen. You are communicating with the driver. This is the driver is your main point of contact. Driver dot. So driver dot find element. You see that find element option? Anytime you are looking to find something on the screen, this is the option, driver dot find element. So I'm just writing or clicking this. So now inside the find element, you have to give the locator information. And now you have to check what is the expert or not, right? So if you now go to website, so you have to be, even before that, you can decide, okay, now you can just type by, right, dot. If you give dot, you have a lot of options like 10, 15, 20 options. Some popular one is this, right? Expert, ID, CSS selector, name, class, link text, tag name. All of these are like some popular one, but you can use any of them. You can use expert, you can use ID, right? Like for example, for practice purpose, you can use one of them ID, one of them name, one of them class. Just try all of them, mix and match. You don't have to use just one. But if for homework, if you have trouble and you are trying 2-3 hours for just finding expert, use another one. Whatever works for you. Just don't stop with one type. If ID is working with you, just use ID. It's fine, as long as your homework is done. But for practice, definitely you have to practice all of this and check you are understanding all of this. Okay, so for example, if I type my username. So for example, I want to see ID, for example. And how you know this ID is unique, right? So you go there. So username, for example, right click, right? Any place you want to find, you have to right click. And then inspect. You see that inspect. Now, when you do inspect element, okay. So you see that here, this is the place This is the line where you're looking for your ID. So you can clearly see that there is an ID available, right? There is a username available. Username is equal to ID, right? There are also some other tag also, type, right? Class, you can use class also. You can use ID also, right? There are a lot of other things, but out of all of these, ID will be more unique, right? This is like just assumption. So now how can you see if this is unique or not? If you want to check it is unique or not, then Control F. If you type Control F, then you will see at the bottom there will be a place, right, to type something. Let me show you at the beginning.
I think Shantava, you are using
Yeah.
Mac,
Oh no, I
so it will be
actually I have
Command
to
F.
maximize. No, I did not. My page was down. You see that here? So here, right? You are looking for this ID or class or name or XPath or CSS selector, but you don't know how to actually know that if this is unique or not. So if you just to know the XPath, right? You always start with /. So this is like you are customizing some XPath, for example. You don't know XPath, but you are just creating XPath. So you will /. You see that there's 2/, and then you have two options. If you know specific tag name, here you see the tag name is input. You can write tag name here, or if you don't know tag name, you can just simply give star. What is it? So you see that /*. You already see that there are 425 types of these XPaths, right? This is not unique, right? There are 425 types. Now, if you give, instead of star, you give input, it is little less, right? Only 33 input, right? Now, if you want to make it more specific for XPath, you are creating a customized XPath. You have to give a square bracket. And square bracket, inside the square bracket, you have to give @ there is an @ symbol. And @ symbol, you will be writing the tag or field name. What is the field name actually? You saw this is ID, right? Field name is ID.
Yeah, ID.
You see that you already see out of 33 is only 16, right? Before was like 200 or 435 or something, right? It is now reduced to 16, right? You can see that, right? You can see this number here.
Yeah.
So your ultimate goal is 1 of 1 match, not 1 of 2, not 1 of 3. 1 of 1 will be your expected goal here. To writing this means this is unique. When you see 1 of 1, that means this is unique, right? You are understanding, right, what I'm doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now you are giving ID. So in ID, you know the field here. So whatever field was there, equal to, right, field name. So equal to, then inside the XPath, you are not giving double quotation. Inside the XPath, you are giving single quotation. So single quotation, and it was, what is that? It was username. USER, right? Now you see that this is one of one.
Bhaiya,
So this is
how
your
can
XPath.
we
actually.
know that this is username?
Oh no, you already saw that.
Okay, okay.
You already saw, for example, if you just right click and inspect, you just right click and inspect, you did, right? You saw ID equal to username here already, right?
Okay, okay. Yeah.
But you saw that ID is username, but you don't know 100% if this username is unique or not. I'm just double checking if this is unique or not, actually. I just verified that it is unique or not.
Okay, I got it.
So by typing this XPath, I saw this username is one of one. That means this is unique. If that was one of three, it is not unique. If it is one of two, this is not unique. And at the beginning, when I started typing, I saw like 400 something, right? So you have to select or type something that will be one of one. And this is unique. So, and this is XPath actually. I just typed XPath. This is a customized XPath. And also you can, for example, okay. So for example, dot, now you see that there is option is XPath. I'm just selecting XPath, right? So inside this XPath, whatever I just created, I will keep this inside double quotation.
Double quotation, yes.
It should be working. It should be working, but now you can, if you, for example, if you don't know how to write this, or you don't want to go to that much process, so you can just copy and paste also as XPath. How you can do this? Go there. You see that, right click, inspect, and then I'm just writing. I will right click here. You see that, copy. When you select this, there is a lot of option also. CSO selector, XPath. You see that, copy XPath?
Yes.
I copied XPath, and now, okay. Just you see that this XPath is very much similar, right? Except one thing. They used asterisk sign instead of input, right? So our XPath is more unique than that, if you think. So you can copy and paste also. But if you know how to write it, how to write and find the unique XPath, that is the more better option. So you are writing the XPath, at the same time you can see if this is unique or not. So now,
So Bhaiya, can we write star instead of input to find out XPath?
yes, I can write just instead of input, I can just write star.
Star, yeah.
So star means it will accept anything. This is a wild key. So if you go back, for example, if you go back, so I'm just copying paste here. So if I go back and inspect, right? So now if I just do this, still this is unique. Star also unique. Basically this ID is very unique actually, right? So star also unique, with input also unique, right? One of one. But this is your actually task. anytime you use some of the web element, you have to make sure that this is unique or not. Sometimes you are lucky if you don't use it and it will work, but sometimes you'll see your test case failing because on the screen, this is not unique and they are selecting different web element. Instead of clicking here, it is maybe clicking somewhere else here because this is not unique, right? So your first job is always make sure your XPath or CSS selector, whatever you check, right? Whatever you add here, you give here, this is unique or not, right? Uniqueness is the one of the major tasks when you find some web element. So now my expectation is this is unique and my command is finding the right username field. So now I have to give information inside this. So username, right? Now I have to type username. So can somebody tell what is the command for typing something? Dot send
keys.
element, right? Send keys?
Yeah.
Send keys. So now send keys means you want to type something in some input field. Send keys means writing something or you sending some information to some field. So now double quotation, because this is a user ID, right? So it will be some kind of double quotation maybe. String, because this is string. So now anything, right? Test 1, 2, 3, right? So I can say test 1, 2, 3, 4 is my user ID. So now if I run this, my expectation is I will see some screen just filling out this field, right? Let's run first. You see that? So far, whatever you wrote as part of your automation script, it is working, right? So far you did this. Now you will be writing another similar command to write password, right? So you can just simply copy and paste. Actually copying and pasting everything. So this will be password, right? So now, instead of I'm just giving password 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I run these, what's going to happen? Can somebody tell?
It's not working. We need to change the XPath.
Yes, it should not work. You have to change the XPath actually, right? I did not change the XPath. It will fail actually. Now actually, so what is my goal? I'll be doing exactly same thing, right? For password also. Right click, right? Right click. So now if I want to write a customized XPath, what I have to write? Can you tell, Rejuanul?
Yes.
Control
F.
Okay, so now what I have to do?
// star.
Okay, I can give star or I can give input, right?
Input,
if you know the tag, you can give tag also. So star or input is same thing. It will be same thing. Okay. Then what is the next?
Bracket.
Bracket. Okay. It will be bracket or it will be square bracket.
Square bracket.
Okay. Okay. Then inside square bracket.
At.
Okay.
ID.
It is ID or it is okay. Anything. Okay. ID. Okay.
Equal.
Okay. You already see this is only 16, right?
Yeah, 16.
Then not code. Then will be equal.
Equal, yeah.
Equal.
then code. Inside the code will be maybe password, right?
Password.
And was it password or PW or what?
I can't see before.
Okay. I think it was PW, right? Okay.
No, it's 040.
Is 0. That means PW is not valid.
Yeah.
It will be. Okay, what about instead of ID, we give maybe name? There was name also, right?
PSWD?
Name was PW, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Name was PW, right? So now I can see actually one of path, right?
Yeah, name was PW.
ID was password,
ID
actually.
was password. Yes.
Actually, name was PW, ID was
PW.
password. So if you want to use ID here, it will be working also, but you have to change instead of PW, it will be complete password, right?
Right.
But anyway, both is unique, right?
Mhm.
You see that? So now you can just copy this one and give it here. You see that? So this should work also. Now if I run this, so it is working, right? So now you have to just click in login. So same thing can do instead of you, for example, you don't want to use XPath or you don't want to use XPath, right? You want to use something else. You want to use just name or you want to use just ID. For example, I'm just making this in comment. I'm just making this in XPath part is comment, right? So I want to use instead of XPath, I want to use ID, for example. Just dot
ID. Yeah.
And you know what was the ID, right?
Yes,
Just
username.
username. You don't need any long stuff.
Right.
Just username,
Username.
for example. But most of the time, if it is a complex code, it will not be that straightforward. So now, instead of XPath, I just give ID. Same thing I can do here also, right? Instead of XPath, I want to give maybe name. Dot name, right? You can give just name. And in the name, it was, remember,
PW.
it was PW, right?
Right.
So this should work. This now, if I run this, it will be exactly same thing. You see that it is working. So it doesn't matter what XPath or CSS select or name or ID, as long as they are unique, they should work actually. So can give anything. Okay, so now what is the next step actually for our
Click on login button.
now number 7 now, right? Click on login button. So same thing you have to do, right? You have to do exactly same thing, just copy maybe. So this comment, click on login. So here I'm just driver.find element. Okay, and now what you have to do? Can somebody tell what you have to do?
We need to check the unique ID.
So if you want to click, basically exactly same thing. You have to first find the click button, right? So finding is always same step. By anytime you want to find something, that step will be exactly same thing. So by, you can say expert, right? And now you have to figure out the if this is click button is unique or not, right? There is several button. This is also a button. You see that? This is also a button. This is also a button. These are kind of button-like thing, link, right? There's a lot of thing here, right? So you have to make sure your cursor is going on this button and then click. So you right click here and inspect. So you can clearly see there is ID. It should work, right? But ID has login also, right? So I will be creating an XPath, customize XPath. And to create a customized XPath, first thing you need Control F, right? And you have to start with slash, right? Double slash. So double slash has 100 matching, right? So now you will make more like unique and star maybe.
Yeah, star input.
Is 1000 to now 425.
25.
So now we have to reduce more, right? If you want to reduce more, what do you have to do? Square bracket.
Or
now,
bracket.
Right? Okay. Inside the square bracket, add, right?
Add.
And then
ID.
Then equal to, and
Login.
then single quotation.
Single quotation.
And login, right?
Yeah, it's one of
you
one.
see that 1-on-1 means this field is unique.
Unique.
Just copy, go there, and inside the double quotation. So these steps will be just repeating for your all the tests. Means definitely sometimes you will have challenges, but I'm saying you have to find out the locator. You have to find out the unique locator wherever you click, whatever the link or whatever you want to check actually. Same steps, driver.find element by either XPath or CSS selector or ID or name. I will show you link text also. The steps are exactly same. You are just changing a little bit, right? Dot. Now, it is not send key, it is just a click, right? You see that? Because this button will be click. This is not input field.
Right. Just click.
Just click. So now, if I run this, it should work also. This is my expectation, so it should work. So now it clicked, but there is an error message came now because your password or user ID is wrong. This is a negative test cases you are checking right now. You see that there is an error message, means your username or password something is wrong. So this is your validation now. You have to check after you add a password, invalid password or invalid user ID. You're supposed to get this error message. This is your requirement actually. Business requirement. This is a business requirement. So you have to now check this one. Similar way, right? Remember we checked before, we created a actual and then expected variable. and then compare these two, right? Same thing we'll be doing here. We're supposed to see an error message, and we are checking this. So now step 8, right? Verify the error message. This is a manual step now, right? Now I will convert it to Selenium, right? Automation script. Same thing will be here. So what is the next step now to verify this? So before verify, actually, I want to check which page I am right now. Remember, there is a lot of security. Sometimes some virus login can happen. You can click on some maybe virus and you move to some other place. So you can do same thing here, similar to previously that we
system.out.println.
like this, something like that, right?
Right.
Just copy here, and I want to see first. So instead of login page, I just want to see I'm on error page maybe, right? So just double checking. Run. So the code ran successfully and it says, I am on error page login Salesforce. For example, this is still you are in Salesforce, but you don't want to see Salesforce actually. You want to see on this screen, you want to see actually the page is still Salesforce. So this is not actually your effective line, right? So you want to see something, you want to write some code that will be showing this, right? Error message. So now we'll be doing same thing. We'll be creating two variables. So for example, now this is actually not useful. We are still on same page, it's showing, but I want to see some error message. So you have to write string variable, right? So if you want to write a string variable, I can write error, right? So error actual. So actual will be driver dot get, right? Something. So remember how we did before? Driver dot get title. We were checking the title, but this time we are not checking title. We are checking actually some message on the page. That will be little bit different now. That means driver dot get, right? Then you see that page source. You have to select this because you are not checking the title. You are checking on the page some message, right?
Yeah.
So I am checking page source. So what is my target? I'll be creating another expected message variable, and I will say, okay, verify that this message is present in this page source. This is my approach, basically. So this is red because I did not give semicolon. That's right. Now I will create another error expected message. And this is a string again.
Yeah, string.
Those stuff is important. What type of data? If you don't give the right one, then you will see failure actually.
Error expected.
Error expected. And
Also
now,
driver. Right?
not driver. This
No,
is
no,
a direct statement.
Yeah. So error actual.
Now I will see what is actually showing on the screen. Okay. So I am giving something. Okay. So I want to see this exactly the same thing. Just copy and paste this screen. I supposed to see this. You see that? I'm just copying. And I will paste here. So you understand, like, just try to understand what I'm doing here. I said this page source is one variable and this error message is one variable. Now I'll be saying another statement, same thing, assert statement that, okay, just check that if this message is available in this screen. You understood?
Yeah, got it.
Now I will be writing some code, right? This is semicolon is there. So same statement I will write now, assert, similar statement, right? This one, it is coming from JUnit, and then dot assert true. This time assert true because I want to make sure that, okay, this is coming, it is checking this page source and it will be having this message also. Assert true, right? See that? Assert true. Now, you will be giving always actual first, right? See that actual?
Actual, yeah.
You'll be giving the actual first whenever you select assert true.
True. Okay.
So I will be giving error, right? Actual, this one. First you choose actual first, and then a now is comma or dot. It is a dot. Then you will say, okay, this actual page contains this message. So it will be contain this one. You understood the concept, what I'm doing? This error message will be containing this error. This page will be containing this error message. And inside this, I don't want to write or copy all of this long line, just this
Expected
variable, right?
variable.
Just give the variable. Variable doesn't need any quotation. Simple variable. So this line is important. You are verifying after you log in failure, you seeing this message or not. This is your scenario actually. So far, anybody has any question that what I am doing? So let me run this code. And actually also I want to see if, what is the message I want to see. If I want to see the message, for example, I will write copy. And I want to see, instead of actual, it will be expected.
It should be error expected.
Yes, error expected. but I will be okay. So this I want to see now. So I just will remove this one. Okay. So now if I run this, if I can reach this line, that means so far whatever I wrote, it is working, right? So let's see. Okay, so you see that it is working. So far, my expectation is matching actual result, right? So far, you understood what just happened?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, got it.
Okay, okay. So now, what is the next step? Next step from my scenario will be, is that now, since I forgot my password or give wrong password, that means I have to change my password or something. I forgot password maybe, right? Now I will click here. This is my next step. So forget password is a link. It looks like a link. This is not a button. Actually, right? This is a link. So this time we will try to use maybe link text, right? Or ID, anything. Let's see. Just click on this and inspect. Oh, it seems they have ID actually. ID should be unique also. Let's see. Let's write the code first. So to go there, actually, right? Okay. My next step may be click on forget password link, right? Okay, so click on forget password link. Okay. And now what I have to write, same thing, right? Driver dot find element. Anytime you want to find something, same step, right? Dot find element. Now, since there is an ID, I'm just trying with ID first. But before putting ID, you have to select what you want to use, right? by dot ID. Okay. So I'm using ID first. If it does not work, then I will use link text. So yeah. So forget password link. This is a okay. Try to copy. Okay, so I'm using ID, and then dot. It should be click, right? This is a link, so link should be clickable, right? So this is, you are not writing anything. You're just clicking here, right? Dot click. So now you just want to click that forget password link. If I run this, if you see exit code with 0, that means it clicked successfully. Okay, so it linked the click was success, right? Now we are on the page with forget password page. Now we have to this third assertion, right? We're supposed to see now which page we are. You can do same assertion now again, right? So, or you can just check the title also. Now, if I want to check title, for example, check page title again. What you want to write? You want to just write driver.get title, right? Same thing. Just copy. Okay, this one maybe. So just say you are on forgot password. And you can just simply give a plus sign and same thing driver.get title. This. So far, you are understanding that how I'm just converting manual to automation. Okay. Forget your password. You see that you are on this page. You can just do assert also there. How are you gonna do assert? Same way, right? Equal to. This is the one. So I'm just copying there. I can say, make sure. Page is so this actual and expected is red because we already used those before. So variable cannot be duplicate. So I can just give this and forgot password. So I change the variable name differently. Now this is still not right. It is not showing red because this is already available in the beginning, but I have to change this a little bit, right? Expected, then underscore forgot password and underscore forgot password. So now I should see this one. So anybody did not understand what I did so far? This one. This is the same assertion I'm doing actually, just changing a little bit information inside. The way and the command is exactly same. Hello, everybody can hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So,
Perfect.
okay, as long as you are clear. Okay. So if I run this, I should see success, but let's see. Okay, so this is successful. So far steps is correct. So I said once I am on this page, then I will log in this also to see the video, the help video. This one is my another step, part of my test cases. So I will click this link and make sure I am on the right, and then make sure I am on this video page, right? There are two different steps remaining. So now this one, if you right click, inspect, definitely we have to check this one. There is an ID, but we just saw ID, right? Now we want to use some link or link text, right? So this is a link, another field, link text. So now I will be using link text, this one. This is another locator. We already saw ID, we already saw name, we saw XPath. Now I will check link text. So this one is my text. I'm just click on video link. Just using this link text. Okay, so that will be my link text. Okay, so same thing I'll be doing. So this is my manual step. Now I will convert it to Selenium, right? Selenium script. So what is that? Now I will be using link text. So what is the command? Can somebody tell how I can write this?
Driver.find element.
Yes. So always driver.find element. Dot find element, right? And then by dot
link text.
Link text, right? So this is another way to look at the element. So since you selected link text, so I can now give, this is the link text, right? You know, this is the link text, right? That I saw in the, or when I saw inspect. It will be inside the double quotation. And what you are doing actually with link text, click, right?
Click.
So this line you understood, right?
Right.
I'm just using, instead of name or XPath, I'm just using link text because this one had a link text here. Text, right?
Now we
I
find this is unique.
Yeah, so something is unique, yes. So now so if I click, that means it should now move to this screen, video link, right? Video screen. So now run this. Okay, so it is working. So we are now in video link. So now I can just double check same get title one. Right. So instead of password page, okay, so get title. I just want to see it is written here, what it says, page. Okay, so it is good. So you see that? Login. So help page, basically, you are on the help page. So now I want to verify, same thing like assertion.
Yeah.
That you are on this. So how you can verify? You have to basically create two variable, right?
Two variable. Yeah.
So do. So two variable will be, one is maybe string, right?
String actual and string expected.
So string actual or help page actual, right? Help page. So help page actual. So what is actual? So you saw that, right? We want to see on this page, this line is available, right? This is our goal. So we'll be just basically copy. So this one is actually, I need
For
to copy.
expected.
Yeah, this will be actually expected.
Yeah.
But I'm just copying this because I will be checking my page source has this line. So actual will be driver dot get, right?
Yeah.
Get page source.
Page source. Yes.
Now same thing, string expected now, right? Oh, okay. This is not expected. So expected will be need help login. This one. Actually, I can just copy and paste from here. So now there is a missing semicolon, right? So this is your actually expected and actual. So now you will be doing same thing, assert dot assert true, right? Assert dot assert true. So inside that, so your first thing will be actual, right?
Actual.
So help page actual.
Actual.
Then what you have to write?
Dot.
Dot.
Help page expected.
Then contains, right?
Contains. Yeah.
Then inside the contents, you have to give expected one, right?
Expected.
So this is actually I'm just here again. So now if I run this, so my expectation will be, it will be passed. Okay, so this is passed. So you can, to verify this, you can just write, okay, just write a statement that, okay, test case passed. So if you just write this, you will see at the end that, okay, test case passed statement here. So test case passed, right? So our scenario is complete now. So far, anything you did not understand during this process? Anybody? That whatever I just did, this is like a automation. Basically, I'm just converting manual steps using programming language, right? Just this is just plain English, and in automation, I'm doing this different command, right? Automation command, Java and Selenium. So you see that these two line is Java, this line is Selenium maybe. So this is that's why you need Java actually. So there are Java concepts with Selenium library. I think I'm already like 9 minutes over, but it's okay. Yeah, so anybody has any confusion here, whatever I just did?
No, today is perfect. Like,
there's no confusion, but the thing is, when we trying to do ourselves, it's gonna be like,
oh no, this is okay, because first few times you will be practicing and you will see a lot of error. Just try with some simple steps. Just every single steps, check it is working or not. Don't write like 20 steps and then check. Just first go to URL and check if you are going to URL or not. Just do validation every single steps. Don't complete like all of these 10 steps and then run the test case, and then you'll see the failure. So if you check every single steps, and then you know, okay, step number 6, I have problem. That means in step number 6, maybe instead of CSS selector, you have to use XPath. Or like you can now think differently. Okay, this specific place I have problem. So that place I have to work around with some other locator. Maybe it will be working with link text. Maybe it will be working with CSS selector. So yeah, you need like some proper approach actually, if there is any confusion actually. But this is the example that Rahul Shetty is showing in his Udemy course. So you can also watch that Udemy course, and at the same time you can practice with Jewelwise insurance demo. That is maybe part of your homework. Okay, so I will share both video from yesterday and today with all of you.
Yeah, if you don't mind, can you get in insurance demo page, second page to find the locator? I can't. I couldn't
Insurance
get this.
demo. Let me check insurance demo. Okay, insurance demo.
No.
Which one is that? Insurance demo. This one, right? Yeah. So which page actually?
Get personal, then auto insurance,
Okay.
and then auto insurance quota request. I can't find this.
This one?
Yeah,
Auto
it gives me a lot
insurance
of pain.
quote request. This is a link text. Maybe. Yeah, this is a link text. It should work with link text.
So how can I get this? But but 12 is doing the XPath.
No, you can do it XPath also, and you can do also link text also.
I tried XPath almost 10 to 12 hours. Then I quit this. I don't know why.
Oh, auto insurance. Let me check actually.
I'm also tried the XPath, but it doesn't work.
Oh, okay. So I'm just trying to open a test project, and I'll just check this one now.
Okay, so kind of you, yeah.
Okay. Test. Just trying random name. So just copy paste this. Dependency first. So just copy paste from this side. Did I copy right way?
I think main method is not copied.
No, I did not copy main method. Oh, that's
Yeah.
why it's not coming. See that? Oh. Yeah, it's supposed to copy the main method. I just copied. Okay. Yeah, without main method is giving red. Okay, so that's good. This is a good catch actually. Okay, it should work now. So, okay, so now going to this. Okay, so there is a reason actually. You have to handle this first. Pop-up handling. You have to close this one first. Did Joel Bhai showed how to handle the pop-up?
No.
So
No.
because some of the website nowadays, these pop-ups come, and if you
Shanta bhai,
don't, yes.
I have a quick question. Like this pop-up is pretty much same on every time, so it's not really hard to close this pop-up.
Yes, yes.
But you know that some of the websites have the pop-up that is been keep changing every time you load up the home screen. So how can we handle that pop-up?
I think Joel Bhai will be showing this next week, actually, because so yeah, so that's why you are checking with this expert. No, pop-up handling will be this another class maybe next week. But as I said, this pop-up need to be first handled. So Hassan bhai, you already did the pop-up, right? This one?
Yes, I did
What is
that.
the statement for this pop-up?
Like, just hold on a second. Let me like refine one more time, and then I'll tell you exactly
Okay,
what is
okay.
that.
So
Or
you
I
see
can.
that here, you need to first handle the pop-up before you get the driver dot find element. So driver, when you write driver dot, you see that find element, and then by, for example, link text, for example, right?
This is for pop-up.
No, this is not the pop-up. I'm saying all of you who are not handling the pop-up, right? They are going directly here, but between these two lines, you have another statement for pop-up.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got it.
That pop-up handling.
All right,
statement should be
Shanta bhai, I already shared on chat.
Oh,
This is
okay.
the exact like
Yeah, okay.
comment to handle
Yes.
that pop-up.
Okay. So you see that in the middle now, this is the pop-up handling. So what happened? You are saying that, okay, any notice displays, close it. It's kind of, you are giving a direction that, okay, if any notice or pop-up or error comes, just close it. If Joel Bhai, I think he said me he'll be showing next week all the pop-ups, but if he doesn't, then I will be showing beginning of next class. So this pop-up need to be closed before this statement will find actually that code location, right? So if I say link text, where is the link text? Okay. So this is the link text.
I think there is an issue if you copy from here. It's better if you copy from the UI.
Oh, actually, yeah, there is a lot of space actually.
Yeah.
You talk about this. Okay. live here first. If it doesn't work, then I'll check the UI.
Shantabhai, if you want, I can share the comment line for this one as well.
Okay, yeah, okay, you can share.
I already shared it.
Oh. Okay, in the chat. Okay. Oh, you use XPath, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just using the XPath then. But it should work with link text also.
I think I tried with the link text, but I saw that when I run it, it shows me the error. That's why I changed it to the XPath.
Oh, okay. So now if I run this, my expectation will be I supposed to actually it will fail. It will fail.
But in my purposes, get passed.
Oh, okay. Oh,
You have to change the XPath a little bit, right?
Okay. So it did not close. It did not click there.
It failed.
It failed actually. I know that because I gave maybe extra quotation there. Yeah, I gave you extra quotation. You see that? I copied. You see that this one, this part should not be there.
Or
I know it's supposed to fail, but I already started the. Now it should be working. I copied actually wrong thing. So I copied directly from here. I supposed to copy from here. You see that? Yeah. So now it should click actually.
all right, Shantabhai, I think I know the reason.
Yeah, it did not.
Because if you copy the XPath that I sent you,
Yes,
it's not working. It's because you have been using the auto code, but this is the XPath for this button, but for the condo.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got it. Okay. So
That's why
basically,
it's not
okay, the
working.
XPath is for your scenario. This is not for this scenario.
Yeah, this is not for this scenario. It's a different scenario.
Okay. So basically, I have to get the XPath. I thought maybe you gave before this XPath. Okay.
No. I didn't like notice that this is the car insurance you are going for.
Yes. Okay. No problem. Let me check. So XPath, right? So this is the XPath for
This
one.
is this
is the XPath.
Yeah. Okay. I used the wrong XPath.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Now it should work, maybe, right?
It should.
Yes, now it is working because I use the right XPath. Okay, now it's like same thing. You give these.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Okay,
but how can we solve the pop-up?
So yeah, like this thing is sometimes you need some research, right? Is like Hassan Bhai did the research. He tried link text, it did not work. Then he tried with expert perfectly worked. So you use expert.
For
Maybe
pop-up,
CSS selector also will work, but
how
you
can you
can
give the
randomly
link
check
to close
back and
pop-up?
forth. But
I think I can answer this question. I think
Yes.
Rejan will have this question. The
Yes.
thing is, the way to do that, if you go to the close button and find the X path for the close button of the pop-up window, then you can copy that X path to here and you can use this. Because this is the same pop-up every time.
It's for the tab, right?
Like the pop-up tab.
Pop-up
Like
tab.
yeah,
Okay.
when there is a pop-up tab has a close button. If you see on the right top corner of the pop-up, I just copy the X path from that button.
Yeah.
Okay.
So main thing is this one actually, right? Main thing is this pop-up actually, but sometimes this pop-up doesn't come actually. So this pop-up was the main issue
load
for many of you.
newly, if you load newly, every time the pop-up will come every single
Yes,
time.
yes. So yeah, so pop-up handling is the step actually is missing for many of you. That's why you can see that you cannot actually go to this button. But I think there are different type of pop-ups that Hassan Bhai said that need to be covered. Definitely. Yeah. Okay. I think my laptop has no charge. Okay. So yeah. So I will share this video and the yesterday's video from Jewel Bhai with all of you. And you can practice. Right now is all about just practice, I think. Practice as much as possible. This is the only thing. Different type of website, just practice.
Now, Shanta, I have a quick question. Are we covering the mobile testing in this course or no?
Mobile testing, I'm not sure. We did not cover last batch. But we have course. So let me see if we have time. Maybe some basic mobile testing will cover actually.
All right.
Maybe not APM, but another tools is there. For example, browser stack, right? Browser stack is another one that you can easily. But browser stack is mostly for manual testing. But automation they use mostly APM. But we'll check actually. I'll talk to Joel by that. What is the option to do mobile testing at least 1 or 2 class?
All right, Shanta.
Okay. Okay. So I think there is a lot of stuff right now.
And Shanta, also it's a different question. We are planning previously for if it's possible for 1 or 2 days
Yes,
in one
I
house.
talked to Joel Bhai already for group study, right?
Yeah.
And he actually said he can manage some space, but if not too many people join, then that will be useless. So like he said, first you have to decide like who is what is that? Very much interested or committed if they want to join. There's a count. He wants the count first.
Okay, then I am interested here. I think it helps us more.
Yeah, me too.
I think there is a 2 people, so me 3.